Okay, friends, hopefully you have taken a little bathroom break. If you took one, if you're just joining me now live, that's absolutely fine too. So we're gonna take about 20 or 30 minutes to go through a Yoga Nidra, and I'm also going to lead you through a chakra meditation. So just a little bit of information before we move into this practice. So Yoga Nidra is sometimes translated as yoga sleep, but it's not a true sleep. It's more that state of just absolute bliss that oftentimes we can find in Shavasana, that kind of in-between state where you're not quite asleep but not quite awake. And for those lucky ones of us that can find that every once in a while, it's a very restorative, relaxing spot that really just helps us to kind of tune in, listen to your body, and really just connect in with yourself. So I'll be leading you through a Yoga Nidra. After the Yoga Nidra, and I've got you kind of centered in, we'll go through a just fun chakra meditation. So just a little bit of information about chakras. I know a lot of you know quite a bit about them already, I'm sure. And whether you buy into them or not, they can be fun to visualize. So chakra information and work goes across a lot of different modalities. So not only yoga, but you have Ayurveda, you have Eastern medicine, Chinese medicine. All of these things kind of play into the idea of the chakra system or the chakras in our body. So you can think of them as kind of spinning wheels of light along your spine. There's a lot of different chakras, but we're gonna just focus on the ones up and down the spine today. And I like to think of them as spheres. Sometimes we think of our body in 2 dimensions, but we're not 2-dimensional beings. So you don't have to think of it as flat. You can think of them as kind of spheres. And it'll be kind of a visualization exercise to go through. And again, whether or not you buy into if chakras are real or not, you'll get benefits from this meditation. You can always tune me out if you'd like. We'll use some colors, I'll give you some information. And remember, it's basically just for fun. And the idea is that we're looking just to balance our chakras. So not too open, not too closed. Each one means something different, and I'll go through that as we work through them. So the first thing I'm gonna have you do is find a really comfortable position. So it can be nice to have socks on or have socks nearby you in case your feet get cold. You could just find a traditional Shavasana if you'd like to lead you through this next 20 or 30 minutes. You could find a supported Savasana with maybe some props underneath the back of the knees. We ended the last series in constructive rest. If you want to find that, you could. And I'll also offer perhaps finding a very gentle supported fish. So there's a lot of different ways to do supported fish, but this is more of a restorative way to do one. So if you would like a little bit of a heart opener here for at least part of this, feel free to take some pillows or bolsters and lie them on the mat. I like to have a little bit of padding for the back of my head so that my chin isn't splayed, so I'll bring a blanket to the end of the bolster. I'll show you what this looks like, and then you can work yourself into it if you'd like, or you can find anything else that you find comfortable. So just kind of bring yourself down and you can adjust here. The feet could stay planted or you could let them come out long. So just having a little bit of padding here allows the heart to open. It's a gentle chest opener. So if you have another variation of supported fish that you like, feel free to take it. You can even just use a blanket thinly folded underneath kind of the shoulder blades or the bra line or where a heart rate monitor would go. And that'll give you a little bit of opening. I definitely want you to feel comfortable. So if you work into this, you're like, that's not comfortable for me, then don't take it. So by the way, I should reintroduce myself because there might be new people. So I'm Kelly. It's nice to be a part of this retreat. I congratulate you guys for taking the time. I know you've been doing a lot of great work, internal work, and I want to thank Jordan for allowing me to be a part of this. So really enjoying working with you guys, even though I've got some technology issues. So find what's comfortable for you and just start to settle in. It's up to you. If you want to play music, you can, but you certainly don't have to. I'm doing a lot of talking through this. So as you find where you're comfortable, you can close the eyes, you can keep the eyes open. Just start to settle in and kind of feel into the body. If you've just done that restorative practice, you're probably already pretty tuned in. If you're just coming in, just start to slow everything down. I'm going to begin with a pranayama exercise just to kind of calm the nervous system. So this is one of my favorite breaths. It's called square breath. I'm sure it's got a lot of other different names, but I call it square breath. Square breath is also used in the military. It's used by doctors. It's very useful when you're feeling overwhelmed. If you're feeling stressed out, if you just don't know what to do with yourself, dialing back in to do this breathing exercise, even if you're not doing yoga, as we know pranayama is a part of yoga, take this exercise anywhere that you can and it's gonna help. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pause at the top of the exhale and the bottom of the inhale, or the top of the inhale and the bottom of the exhale. And we're gonna pause the same amount of time that we're gonna be breathing in and out. So I'll cue it a couple of times, and then I'm gonna allow you to go off on your own for a little while just to kind of feel into square breath. And I'm gonna start with a count of 4, just so it's kind of like universal for everyone. But know that you can definitely stretch that out. You could do less, you could do more, you could go up to 6, 8, 10 counts, whatever you're comfortable with. So let's take a clearing breath together first. Nice deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale, and release. Beautiful. Inhale in through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, suspend the breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the nose or mouth, up to you for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause at the bottom for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale in through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause at the top. Suspend the breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause at the bottom. Suspend the breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue on with some rounds of square breath on your own. Again, feeling free to lengthen this out a little bit if that's what's calling to you. Just feeling into how this makes you feel. So we breathe in and out through our nose and mouth throughout the whole day without really thinking of it, but it's one of those things that we can actually control. And controlling the breath or regulating the breath also helps us to regulate the heart rate, helps us to calm the nervous system. So many benefits to doing this, just helping us to turn inward. Now you can feel free to continue along with this square breath as you'd like as we move through the Nidra. A lot of times square breath is used in meditation. It helps us to kind of tune back in. If you find that your mind is racing and that monkey mind is chattering at you, you can use square breath for a moment or just take some pauses at the inhale and the exhale at the top and bottom to kind of tune back in. So making sure you're nice and comfortable. Close the eyes if you would like, or you could just let them soften. I'll start to lead you through your Yoga Nidra. Start to bring the awareness to the toes and relax the toes. Feel them coming down towards the earth, taking away all muscular engagement. Bring the awareness to the bottoms of the feet, the soles of the feet. Allow them to soften into the earth and release. Bring the awareness to the ankles, the tops of the feet. Allow them to soften and melt, being completely supported by the earth. Bring the awareness to the calves. Allow the calves to be connected to the earth. Feel them soften and release. Bring the awareness to the shins. Allow the shins or the tops of the front of the legs begin to relax and release. Bring the awareness to the back of the knees. Allow the back of the knees to soften and relax. Bring the awareness to the thighs, the quadriceps. Allow the quadriceps to release and relax. Bring the awareness to the back of the legs, the hamstrings. Feel them connected to the earth. Let them relax and release. Bring the awareness to the front of the pelvis, the lower belly. Allow it to release and relax. Let it go. Bring the awareness to the glutes. Allow the glutes to be supported by the earth. Allow them to release and relax. Bring the awareness to the navel center, the belly. Allow it to relax and release, being completely supported by the earth. Bring the awareness to the lower back. Feel the points connected to the mat. Let them be supported by the earth. Release and relax. Bring the awareness to the mid-back. Allow it to release and relax, being supported by the earth. Soften the mid-back. Bring the awareness to the rib cage, the diaphragm, the front of the chest. Let them all relax and be supported by the earth. Feel yourself melting a little bit deeper into the mat. Bring your awareness to your shoulder blades, your upper back, the back of the shoulders. Feel them attached to the earth, being supported, cradled by the earth. Allow them to release and relax. Bring the awareness to the collarbones, the front of the shoulders, the tops of the shoulders. Allow them to release and relax, being supported by the earth. Bring the awareness to the fingers. Allow the fingers to open. Allow them to release and relax, letting all tension melt away. Bring the awareness to the palms of the hand. Let the palms release and relax, softening into the mat. Bring the awareness to the back of the hands, the wrists, allowing them to be supported by the earth. Let the tension melt away. awareness to the forearms. Feel them attached to the earth. Allow them to release and relax. Bringing the awareness to the biceps, the triceps, the upper arm. Allow them to release and relax, letting go of any tension. Bring the awareness to the throat, the back of the neck. Allow the throat and the back of the neck to relax. Release a little bit deeper into the earth to be supported. Bring the awareness to the back of the head, the scalp, the ears. Allow all of these things to relax, to soften. Bring the awareness to the jaw. Let the jaw go slack. Perhaps a little bit of space in between the teeth. Relax the jaw. Relax the tongue. Bring the awareness to the cheekbones, the eyes, in between the eyebrows, the forehead. Allow everything to relax and release, letting all tension leave your face. Bring the awareness, the feeling of your entire body being supported by the earth. Relax and release your entire body to be supported by the mat. Beautiful yogis, staying exactly where you are, staying just as relaxed. Now I'll lead you through your chakra meditation. We'll be visualizing some colors. Just take note. Notice if you have more difficulty visualizing some colors more than others. Doesn't mean anything. There's plenty of things to focus on, plenty of information. Let's begin by just taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. Really fill up the lungs. And then open the mouth, exhale, and release. As you breathe in through the nose, I want you to imagine a beautiful red light coming in through the nose, spreading throughout the lungs, taking that red light throughout your entire body. Eventually, that red light comes to settle at the base of the spine. Imagine that red light as a ball of red spinning energy, perhaps a sphere. Beautiful red color. This is your root chakra or Muladhara. So the element here is earth. This is where our sense of safety, security, and survival lies. The affirmation for the root chakra is I have. And the Hindu god, if you're interested, associated with the root chakra is Ganesha. On your next breath in, imagine a beautiful orange color coming in through the nose, spreading throughout the lungs. Take that orange swirling light throughout the entire body. And eventually let that orange light come to swirl around in the center of the pelvis. This is the sacral chakra or Swadhisthana. Another name is also translated as sweetness. So this beautiful orange sphere of light is spinning around. The element here is water. So this is where our emotion lies. This is also our pleasure center, our area of creativity. The affirmation for the sacral chakra is I feel. And if you're interested, the Hindu goddess associated with Svadhisthana is Parvati. On your next breath in, imagine a beautiful bright yellow light coming in through the nose, spreading throughout the lungs, and then send that yellow light all throughout the entire body. Eventually, that yellow light comes to spin around the center of the belly. So this is our solar plexus chakra, or Manipura. So Manipura, the element here is fire. And this is where our confidence, our sense of equality lies. Also kind of our own fire throughout our body, our digestive energy lives here. The affirmation for Manipura chakra is I can. And the Hindu goddess associated with the solar plexus chakra is Kali. On your next breath in, imagine a beautiful dark green color coming in through the nose, spreading throughout the lungs. Take that beautiful deep forest green throughout that entire body. And then eventually let it come to settle at the heart center, so the center of the chest. Imagine it spinning around as a sphere of beautiful green light. This is the heart chakra, or Anahata. So the element here is air. This is where our love lies, our acceptance, our forgiveness. Not only love for others, but also love for ourselves. So the affirmation for Anahata chakra is I love. And the Hindu god associated with heart chakra is Krishna. On your next breath in, imagine a beautiful light blue color coming in through the nose, spreading throughout the lungs. Take that light blue, sky blue color throughout the entire body. Eventually letting that light blue color come to spin around the center of the throat. This is the throat chakra, or Vishuddha. Imagine that throat chakra being open enough to express yourself in perfect balance. So the element of the throat chakra is ether. And this is where our ability to communicate and speak our truth lies. So the affirmation for Vishuddha is I speak. And the Hindu goddess associated with the throat chakra is Saraswati. On your next breath in, imagine a beautiful dark blue, royal blue color coming in through the nose, spreading throughout the entire body, spreading through the lungs, down all the way to the toes, and then take that beautiful royal blue or indigo color up right in between the eyebrows. Let that beautiful sphere spin around in between the eyebrows. This is our third eye chakra, or Ajna. So again, the element here is ether. This is where our intuition lies, our perception, our ability to trust ourselves. The affirmation here is I see. The Hindu goddess associated with the third eye chakra is Shiva. On your next breath in, imagine a beautiful dark purple color coming in through the nose, spreading throughout the lungs, throughout the entire body. Eventually taking that beautiful purple color to spin around the top of the head. This is the crown chakra or Sahasrara. The element here is ether. So this is the connection in with the higher self, the wisdom, our connection with the universe, the knowledge that we are all one, not separate, all connected. The affirmation for the crown chakra is I know. On your next breath in, I want you to imagine a beautiful white, sparkly light coming in through the nose, spreading and filling up the lungs, spreading throughout the entire body. Eventually taking that beautiful white, sparkly light up through the top of the head. Let it come out through the top of the head about 6 inches above the top of the head where it settles. Imagine this white, sparkly light as your soul star. So once that light reaches the top of the head, allow that white light to start to encase your entire body. Imagine that white, sparkly light as a force field, encasing you from the outside world. It's your protection, keeping all of the things that serve you in, keeping all the things that do not serve you out. Keeping this force field with you all of the time, thinking of yourself with that barrier of that white, sparkly light, often helps to protect ourselves, especially if we're quite empathic and we like to pick up energy from other people. Just imagining this force field helps to protect us. Stay here in this white, sparkly light, just relaxing and enjoying. Yogis, begin to bring the awareness back into the body, perhaps just starting at heart center with a little glowing light. Let that glowing light start to expand outwards into the entire body. We're going to take 3 breaths together just to kind of come back into the body. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose, fill all the way up. Open the mouth, exhale and release, let it go. We'll do that again. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose, fill up all the way to the top. And as you're ready, open the mouth, exhale, release it. We'll take 1 more together. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Imagine that you could gather up all of the things that no longer serve you. And then open the mouth, exhale, release. Let them go. Let them leave your body. Yogis, once you've released what you would like to release, begin to bring the awareness into the fingers and the toes. Perhaps just starting some gentle movement, some wiggling. You could always circle the wrists and the ankles if you would like. Whatever position you're in, we'll begin to work out of it slowly. So if you're in a supported fish variation, begin to bend into the knees and plant the soles of the feet on the earth first. If you're lying flat on your back, you can do this as well. You could also hug your knees into your chest. And then eventually, I want you to start to roll off of any props that you have onto your side. So left or right side, find what's calling to you this evening. Find fetal position. So using your bicep as a pillow, hugging the knees in close to the chest. So this allows us to somewhat reorient into real life. Also helps to reset the spine. While you're taking a couple breaths here, notice if you chose your left or right side. So the left and right side body are attached to different things. The left side of the body is our more yin side, attached to the divine feminine, also attached to the lunar or the moon. The element is water, the more receptive, cooler side of the body. The right side of the body, more our fiery side, the divine masculine associated with the sun. The more doing side of the body, the more fiery side. Notice which you chose tonight. Notice if you always habitually choose one side. Oftentimes that can be very telling about our personalities or perhaps our mood. Sometimes it goes with the time of the day. Don't have to attach too much to it. Just notice, and we're always trying to look for that balance in the body. A little bit of the yang in the yang, a little bit, or the yin, a little bit of the yin in the yang. Always that balance between the two. As you feel ready, very gently, without rush, press yourself up to a comfortable seat if you would like to close out your practice this way. You could find a supported seat if you would like. You could sit on a blanket or a bolster. I like to close with Anjali Mudra so we can bring the palms together at heart center. You can press the thumbs into the sternum gently into the thumbs, and perhaps you tuck your chin into your chest. So I'll close out this practice with one of my favorite mantras. This is a mantra to teachers. Om Namo Guru De Namo. Translates as the divine teacher in me sees and honors the divine teacher in each and every single one of you. I truly believe we all have so much to learn from one another. Namaste, yogis. Feel free to transition slowly off of your mat. You can even take a little bit of time if you'd like in a shavasana, if you have that time to take for yourself. I always say the hardest part of yoga nidra or restorative yoga in general is leaving, but luckily you're in your home. So feel free to camp out on your mat for the night, just relax and release. It's been an honor to lead you through this practice. Thank you, Jordan, for including me. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If there was anything that you liked with either of the practices I did tonight, I'd be happy to offer sending screenshots of any of the readings that I did. I do have the chakra meditation written out. I know some of you guys are teachers. If you'd be interested in any of that information, I am really happy to take a picture of it and send it to you so you could share it with your own students. And again, it's been an honor. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night.